Good day and welcome to your Thursday edition of the Sport Wrap Show. Today we are unpacking some of the latest in the worlds of sport. I am Ashwyn Mberi. Let's head into the hit list. Kunene Region veteran football administrator Bolla Nangombe says the results recorded in the Opuwo 3rd Division over the weekend were one of the strangest things he has witnessed in the country. This was after Opuwo Young Rangers massacred Epupa Zebra Stars 58-0 in the 3rd Division playoff match in the Kunene Region. Eddie Tomolo, a member of the league management and coach of Opuwo Young Rangers, however, confirmed the authenticity of the match results. He explained that the opposing team only used young players due to the absence of senior members. In another match recorded, Opuwo Golden Wolves FC put 28 past Western Boys FC without a reply. It is understood that Western Boys FC only fielded 7 players on the pitch because some team members did not show up. Another match, however, produced a reasonable scoreline when the Opuwo Golden Boys beat Clever Boys 6-0. The Guinness Book of Records states that the highest scoring match recorded was a 149-0 victory in favor of AS Adema against Seoul Emrien in Madagascar. A karate athlete, Suzelle Pronk, left Namibia yesterday to represent the country in the karate senior female kata division at the African Beach Games. The competition takes place from 22 to 31 June in Hammamet, Tunisia. Only 2 Namibian athletes are taking part in the African Beach Games. The other Namibian athlete who has qualified for the tournament is Namibia's open water swimmer Philip Siedler. He will be participating in the 5-kilometer open water swim and departs for the games today. Pronk said she qualified for the kata discipline by meeting the requirements of being in last year's top 10 African championships that took place in Durban, South Africa. This is not Pronk's first rodeo at the Beach Games. The last time she took part in 2019, she brought home a silver medal. I am definitely aiming for the podium again. They only happen every 4 years, she said. We'll be taking a short break before we continue with the hit list. Leg 5 of the Namibian National Motocross Championship Series will be hotly contested in 10 classes this coming Saturday at the Galina MX Park near Brakwater on the northern outskirts of Windhoek. The defending 2022 Open Class champion Don Ray Botha will not race due to work commitments. Botha currently leads with 81 points, 10 points ahead of CG Pack in first place as King of the Dirt, followed by Uwe Sternegal in 3rd position. Botha also leads the Open Class with 218 points, followed by Uwe Sternegal 192 and Dale Davies 172. Sternegal made a welcome return to MX earlier this year to heat up the already spicy competition. Former local icon Mark Sternegal nowadays only races whenever he feels like it. Mark is always a treat to watch when he pushes his bike and himself to the limit. A flying Mark has been part of the parcel of MX in Namibia. In the veterans class, CG Park, Olaf Park and Ronald Gega will try to outsmart one another for much-needed championship points. However, the likes of Heiko Stranghona and Rudy Brand will not let them get it too easily. Next up, we'll be heading into Zoom In. Stay with us. Nedbank Namibia announced the return of its premier mass participation event, the 2023 Nedbank City Dash, which promises to be an unparalleled experience for runners and the community alike. Scheduled for 10 September in the heart of Windhoek, this momentous gathering signifies the joy of interaction, the renewal of communal bonds, and shared experiences after the challenging silence of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nedbank Namibia's Executive of Retail and Business Banking, J.G. van Graan, and the manager of OTB Sport, Yvonne Brinkman, spoke at the launch.
I'm really grateful to sit here today, this morning, as we launch the 2023 Nedbank City Dash. As you all well know, we had to postpone this event for the last 3 years due to the COVID pandemic. However, I think we are really excited today to say we are back, after the 3-year hiatus. You can imagine that having this event and having this event in our beautiful city of Windhoek, creates us with extreme proudness and excitement. A city run is quite unique, and I think Windhoek is also a very, very unique city with its beauty, specifically now with the inner CBD, with the beautiful old heritage sites, but also the new beautiful structures such as our Nedbank campus here. Nedbank believes that running provides an opportunity to really touch the lives of all Namibians. And as a long supporter and sponsor of the sport, we are truly delighted to be the title sponsor for the 3rd edition of this Nedbank City Dash. I think we also believe that this exclusive race will again attract a top-tier elite talent of Namibia, but also the enthusiastic novice runners and walkers, and also the families that are just looking to have a fun day out in the city. We also believe that this year the Nedbank City Dash will once again have one of the greatest lineups that Namibia running has ever seen. The last time we hosted this event in 2019, we had just over 2,500 participants. And with that, the Nedbank City Dash definitely at that stage was the biggest mass participation sporting event in Namibia of its time. Now on 10 September 2023, we aim to exceed those numbers. The success of any of our events as Nedbank depend really on the caliber of our organizers and our co-sponsors. Especially in the case if you have such a mass sporting event that attracts more than 2,500 people. You can just imagine the logistics and organizing that needs to take place, not only on the day but beforehand. And that's why I think we're extremely pleased and proud to again collaborate with our organizing partners, Cycletech and OTB. And we'd also like to thank our co-sponsors in terms of joining us at this event. That's Checkers, Ineos, iStore, NHP, and Paratus. Thank you for joining this initiative. We eagerly look forward to working with you to set the stage for this truly thrilling event. The Nedbank City Dash presents a great opportunity, I think, to get everyone involved from every sector of our community. We therefore encourage all running clubs, corporations, schools, and individuals to step up to the challenge and join this epic race. Together as runners, athletes, supporters, organizers, and sponsors, I believe that we will make the 2023 Nedbank City Dash not just another running event, but a powerful symbol of our shared determination. So, as I said to you today, I ask all of you, including you, Gernot, to lace up your running shoes, mark on your calendars the date of the 10th of September, and prepare to join us at the starting line here in our beautiful city of Windhoek. I thank you.
2019, due to COVID and all the things that went around it, there was a bit of a pause period, but we're very excited to do the 223 event, and also to Nedbank for their ongoing commitment, and then to the other sponsors who come on board. Paratus to keep us connected, NHP, our health partner, Checkers for food and sustenance, Ineos for cars and support, and then iPhone for produce and some fun things to give away. So we've got, I think, a good team, and we actually hope to keep the whole partnership going, both with Nedbank and all our co-sponsors, and to really grow the event in the future. One of the things that Jeff here touched upon is that it's a very inclusive event. We have pro athletes, we have scholars, we have social people, we have companies, we have an entire range, because I actually did the event in 2019 and it was a lot of fun. It was all sorts of people, all sorts of walks of life, very social, and we're hoping to grow on that. There are three events that we offer. There's the Fun Run 5 kilometre, Fun K 10 kilometre. And then the third event is the Lead K 10 kilometre. The Lead K 10 kilometre is only for people who can complete the course in 55 minutes, and we're going to have a strict cut-off. 55 minutes is the reasonable time for a fit person, but the fastest people usually do it in 30 minutes. So the idea is just to keep that really for the top fast runners, and the social people can start a bit later. So the lead starts at 7, and the social will start at 8 o'clock. And I think, the route is here. It's at Zoo Park Gardens where the start is. Then the athletes will run down to Ashwyn Mberi Circle, back up Independence, and then a bit further towards the Checkers, the 5K turnaround is. And for the 10 kilometre, they carry on all the way to the fire station traffic circle, and then finish at Zoo Park Gardens. We've also got entertainment lined up, food stores, and all the rest of it. So a fun day for family, friends, and colleagues.
When we return, we head on to Hobabis for Spotify.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Epako Secondary School hosted its inter-house athletics at Legare Stadium in Hobabis on 25 February, giving learners a chance to showcase their talents. Athletics has always positively affected the learners' education and their mental and physical health. Sports help to develop leadership skills and equip learners with the ability to set goals and build character, said Mr. Simasiku, the sports manager. Regular exercise can help you build a strong heart, bones, and lung function. It also helps prevent chronic diseases. Sports and education go hand in hand. A healthy and strong student will be more focused during lessons and throughout the day. Sports contribute to the holistic development of children and adolescents. I love sports because it always keeps me healthy and fit, and I'm proud of myself for winning 3 items in the inter-house. Despite being disappointed about the time, I believe it's very important to participate in athletics because it helps students to have a positive outlook in life, and this is according to a learner at the school, Totaling Ngifilwa. Now, while some learners are academically gifted, others thrive in athletics and other sports, and it is important to cater for all students. We're going to take a short break, and as you know, the whole world will be converging in France for the Webb Ellis Cup, and Namibia will be looking at Le Rugby Joe just now.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends. 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick. Being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
All right, Imhoff returns for World Cup, hoping to write Puma's history. Juan Imhoff was recalled by Argentina after being left out in 2019 and is sure that the Rugby World Cup in his adopted home of France is bound to be magnificent. The 35-year-old back, who has played for Racing 92 in Paris since 2011, was part of the Puma squad at the 2011 and 2015 World Cups, but was dropped in 2019 when Argentina opted not to select any players based abroad. He said attracting the notice of coach Michael Shaker, who took over in March 2022, has been an objective. Argentina kick off their campaign in Pool D against England on September 9 in Marseille before facing Samoa and then neighbors Chile and finally Japan. That's it from Le Rugby Joe, and also from me, Ashwyn Mberi. I'll be leaving you in the very capable hands of one Ari Hochard as he brings you the international sport.
This May, choose brand new. Choose drama and deceit.
I'm very attracted to you. Oh. Would you be interested in having an affair?
Choose fights and fallouts.
I won, and that was right.
I brought the heat.
I mean, I'm gonna destroy you.
Choose truth and discovery.
I miss her every day. I see her every day.
Choose fresh shows, series, and original entertainment. This May, choose brand new. Choose DSTV.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. Still the season on grass that continues leading up to Wimbledon on the 3rd of July. Wimbledon will start, and news from the Queen's tournament, that's on the men's side of world tennis. It's Holger Rune, he's the number 2 seed. He's safely through to the quarterfinals. He beats Ryan Pentinson by 6-3 and 6-4. Also Carlos Alcaraz, the number 1 seed, still in the tournament. He's also playing in the round of 16, trying to get into the quarterfinals. And then it was a British number 1, his name is Cameron Norrie. He's number 5 seed. He's through at a tough game against Jordan Thompson of Australia, and the score there was 4-6, 6-3 and 6-2. The win there for Cameron Norrie of Great Britain. He's going to next play against Sebastian Korda. Sebastian Korda, he beat Francois Tiafoe of the United States. They're teammates from the United States, and it's the number 4 seed Tiafoe out of the tournament. Continuing with the German Open, that's on the women's WTA side, and it's not good news for Coco Gauff. She's the number 5 seed from the United States. She battled on grass. She had a good stint at the French Open on clay, but she lost to Katerina Alexandrova, and she's from Russia. The score there was 6-4 and 6-love. And then also Caroline Garcia of France, she's safely through. She's through to the quarterfinals. She's number 3 seed, and she beat Jamie Foles of Australia by 6-3 and 6-2. Continuing international sports news with soccer news, it is mostly transfer news at the moment. Chelsea trying to sell some of their players. They're not playing Champions League next year. Clubs that's playing Champions League next year, they're going to try and buy some of the players of Chelsea. One player that was confirmed, that is Arsenal, that strengthened their team. Though, of course, they're playing Champions League next year. They finished second in the English Premier League this year. And they've acquired Kai Havertz. He is from Germany. He plays for the German international team, and he's been playing for Chelsea for 2 seasons now. He's an attacking player, he's a striker, and he will strengthen the Arsenal team, and he was bought for £65 million. They're also trying at the moment, that is Arsenal, to buy Declan Rice. He is from West Ham, but it was West Ham that rejected the second offer from Arsenal. The second offer was £90 million, quite a big amount, but still it was rejected by West Ham. Also, Manchester United trying to buy Chelsea's midfielder. His name is Mason Mount, and it is also rejected, and maybe they will make another offer. The offer was £50 million, and Manchester United needs to make another offer if they try to get Mason Mount from Chelsea. Continuing international sports news with golf news, it's the next major on the golf calendar for women that will start this week, and it is the Women's KPMG PGA Championship, and that will be played at a very famous golf course, that is Baltusrol in New Jersey. And most of all the top players in the world will be in action. Some of the early favorites would be the number 1, 2, and 3 ranked players in the world. Number 1 seed Ying Yang Koo of North Korea will obviously be in the tournament, and one of the favorites from the United States will be Nelly Korda. And also it is Lydia Ko of New Zealand that will also be in the tournament. Southern African interest, it is Ashley Buhai that's been doing great the past few weeks, or past few months actually. She just a few weeks ago won her first PGA title as well, so she'll also be contending in the tournament. And to close off today's international sports news, it is Formula 1 racing news. The next one on the calendar will be the 2nd of July, that is the Austrian Grand Prix. News from Ferrari is that team principal Fred Vasseur, he is saying that he's very happy that Ferrari is going in the right direction. That is after the last Grand Prix that was concluded, and that was the Canadian Grand Prix, where the two riders, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, they came up from 10th and 11th on the grid to finish in 4th and 5th positions respectively, and Vasseur said that he's very happy with the progress that was made for Ferrari, and hopefully they will also do well in Austria on the 2nd of July. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Get real value for your money at WB. Grab 750 gram Ellis Brown creamer for $41.99. Wake up to 250 gram Recoffee for just $39.99. Get 2 kilogram Real Good mixed chicken for $86.99. Stock up with 500 gram Bacomo cornflakes for $32.99. And grab 1 liter Clover New Mel for just $17.99. Now that's real value at WB. We care.
Now, I couldn't just leave you just like that. Why? Because there's exciting transfer news happening right now in the English Premiership. The transfer season officially opened last week. So what are some of the top signings and who's trying to sign who? Gundogan seems like he's finalizing his deal to go to Barcelona. If you're wondering who Gundogan is, he is the UEFA Champions League winning captain of Manchester City. That goes to show how much depth Manchester City has got. They can lose a captain who is a winning goal scorer and still be considered the favorites for next season. Speaking of favorites, Chelsea were anything but that throughout the season, but what they've been trying to do is to shed some players. Kante has gone. Apparently it seems like it's going to be Saudi Arabia, and they're currently in talks with Arsenal to sell Havertz. And speaking of Arsenal, Arsenal's initial deal for Declan Rice for £90 million has been rejected by West Ham. And the latest update right now is that both Arsenal and Manchester United are bidding for the West Ham midfielder. And speaking of Manchester United, they are trying to get their hands on Mason Mount. And at the same time, they are trying to change ownership. Now it's actually goodbye from Ashwyn.